And the principal that he had that conversation with, he pulls up to Gary. He's like, I never thought about edible panties until you mentioned it.
That's a
Like, man.
crime, sir. That's assault, brother.
Jonathan shows up and he brought everyone food. Like, I'm not accepting X pills from you or food.
Hey, do you want this salad? What are all these little pills on it?
Yeah. Peanut butter and crack sandwich.
Happened in the 90s.
Matt, I wrote a screenplay on vaginas.
Okay.
It's a period piece. Happened in the 90s was streamed before a live studio audience. This is Steve G and Mad G with Happened in the 90s, a show where we talk about what happened in the 90s. So get out your Beastie Boy tapes and your Dudley Boy tees, because it all crashes down and you break your crown and you point your finger, but there's no one around. Just one more thing, just to play the king, but the castle's crumbled and you're left with just a name. Where's your crown, king? Nothing. Well, today, my friend, we're talking all things June 4th. In the 90s. Starting off in 1993, Guilty as Sin premieres. A female lawyer takes an accused wife murderer as a client, but finds herself morally compelled to betray him one way or another. Directed by Sidney Lumet, starring Rebecca De Mornay, Don Johnson, Stephen Lang, and Jack Warden. Where's the horse?
This unexpectedly took me by surprise. Started it. Wasn't expecting much, but essentially what this movie is, Steve, is Don Johnson's a sexy man about town. He's bagging ladies left and right, and he's accused of killing them. Rebecca De Mornay comes in, starts interviewing him to be his lawyer, then finds out he is killing these women. Because he starts telling her basically, like, so what happens if, because they have some sort of confidentiality or like some agreement. He's like, so what if there's other murders that you find out about? Will you have to tell on me? And she's like, well, and I think she wants to bang him too, because he is a sexy dude. But that's really what the gist of this movie is. It's just Don Johnson being sexy, dating just disgusting women. And you see this, like, he's like, oh, I love honey. And it's just like, it looks like a librarian. And then she ends up dead. And I think you'd really love the end of this because it's not a fake body, but the end of this movie is Rebecca De Mornay and Don Johnson like falling off a building together. And Rebecca De Mornay like rides his body down and like lands on top of him after the fall, and he dies. But it's one of the dumbest looking falls I've ever seen. And if it had like a Jazzy Jeff scream with it, it would be perfect. But if you're looking for Don Johnson, just kind of a scumbag sex machine killer, check it out.
Yeah, if you want to see Sonny Crockett get his nut off.
That's all I could think about. I was like, Sonny, what happened, dude? You were getting the ladies anyway. Why you got to kill him?
I remember you telling me about the premise of this movie. I was like, dude, Nash Bridges getting some head. I'm super good on that.
What, dude?
But you're probably right, though, man. I would like the end of it, man, because it's the end of it. In 1994, Weird Science is airing Season 1, Episode 13, Sex Ed. After Lisa becomes the instructor of her reimagined sex education class, Gary gets a lab project to do it. in front of the whole class with his sexy lab partner.
To me, the premise of this, though, is like if you have a genie computer woman that looks as good as Vanessa Angel does, isn't this like what it was for?
I mean, that's what I thought.
I mean, come on. The intro has her in like a bikini, so that's just basically what my wish would be every day. But, you know, got to add some interest to this. I enjoyed the episode, Steve. I'd never seen this one.
Yeah, I wish we had a sex ed like this in Perrysburg.
Yeah, I had a gross bald dude telling me about this stuff. Not Vanessa Angel. I would have taken the grody old woman too, to be honest with you.
Man, she's the one that's the freak.
Miss Trunchnuts. So we start off in school, and they're stoked about learning about sex, but they're 15, Steve. I fully knew what was happening at this point.
Yeah, you've seen enough corn.
Guys, you got a magic woman in your room. Figure it out, all right?
That bitch will disappear on him. But Gary, he's amped, as you probably would imagine. And then the teacher comes out and she's starting with the basics. She wants to show you the human anatomy and all of this. Gary stops her dead in her tracks like, I don't care about no sperm and eggs and ovulation, man. I want to know how pussy feels.
How do I make love to a woman? And he's saying this to like a 70-year-old lady too, which is odd.
Yeah.
I guess she doesn't handle it well because we cut to the principal's office and Gary's in there. And honestly, I think the principal in this scene is like, yeah, this is like a warning sign that you might be a problem here. Let's talk about this. And again, Gary gets real candid about it because the principal's like, dude, let's have an open discussion about it. He can't say sex, but he wants to talk about it. Gary's like, let me get my list of questions here. And it starts off pretty normal. What's it feel like? Okay. Are you allowed to talk during it? Okay. Do you always finish at the same time? Okay, Gary, that's crazy. Does size really matter? Yeah. And then it gets kind of weird. What's the deal with green M&Ms, Steve? Am I missing something on that one? I thought that was a rock star thing. And then what's the shelf life of edible panties? And that's got to be eternal, Steve. You're buying 20-year-old edible panties anytime you buy them. So
now that they're at Wyatt's house, Chet, he overhears them asking about SEGs. Somebody needs to teach me about the SEGs. And then Chet pops out.
Yeah, talking about the sex.
SEGs. Chet pops out. He's like, did I just hear you pussies talking about sex advice? Look at me. I liberate France more than you popped a zit.
I've done the deed. He's really confident about it. And they asked Chet for the truth, but he's like, you can't even handle the truth right now. He throws a Jack Nicholson at him. He throws a couple other. He's like, you don't even know the meaning of the words funky Cole Medina, shoop a doop, zoom a zoom, and da boom boom. You don't know any of these things. So he just leaves them to wonder. As they're talking about this, Gary says something about wanting to learn about sex. Lisa's like pops out and you're like, please let her be naked. And that's what I would be saying the whole time again. And she doesn't come out naked, Steve. It's blue balls.
And again, now they're asking Lisa. They're asking Lisa. They're asking. They're asking Lisa. They want to know.
It's like warm apple pie. So Lisa, she shows up because they can just summon her on the computer. And Gary's like, please teach me about sex. Can you just, like, I would be like, I mean, clearly there's that, all I need is you, me, we're good. Lisa agrees, but it's left open-ended. She's like, I'll do this, but you got to work for it because you got a lot to learn. And then she just disappears, Steve. I would be like taking my pants off as she was talking.
Alfie, can you teach me how to fuck?
What's it feel like, Alfie? Hey, Goo, what's it feel like?
She pops up in sex ed, and she's the new teacher, I guess. She's Miss Gary Waye.
Yeah, she just combines names. But I like that she's so out in the open with it now because the old lady shows up, and then she, like, zaps her out. and replaces her. So the teacher's in hell, or God knows where. I think they say she's in like Tahiti. But Lisa's at the helm of this sex ed class, Steve. And I mean, all the guys immediately perk up. I'd actually move to the front of the class, if I'm being honest with you.
Even Leno Chin.
Yeah. So now Lisa's in charge, and she's now like zapping the kids. She's hypnotizing them, not just with her beauty. She's using magic. It's like, looks like electricity.
It's like her Men in Black
Yeah.
light thing. She's like, none of you will remember this.
And all of you are going to get real horny in about 2 minutes. Because basically what she lays out as the new sex ed is that the class is going to break up into couples, go through a little theory, and then the week ends with a lab session, Steve, that's not just like some boring biology experiment. You're gonna fuck. Steve, I think I'd be a little scared, but still very titillated.
But she does instruct them to be mature and responsible about this. Wyatt, he annoys me. I'm just going to say that. I don't want to have sex here in front of everyone. Shut
up.
He's such a punk.
Just have some sex, man. Wyatt. I don't know. It's not right.
I see why Chet beat your ass.
Yeah, dude, I get it. So be mature, be whatever. Gary, though, about to have a nocturnal emission during the day here. He's excited. He's like celebrating this like he just got a Nintendo. You know, he's like, yeah. It's like, okay, man, you got to be mature about this. Some pussy. Get some pussy. So he's not really being mature about it, but now we're on to the lesson, Steve. First lesson, meeting your mate. Finding a sexual partner. Wyatt basically gives this vanilla answer about it, like, well, you gotta love each other. It's the nerd answer. Gary's like, hey, man, it doesn't work. Nobody is willing to talk about this for real. You know, we're not going to get to the root of this problem because everybody's so nervous about it. So Lisa does her little lightning bolt thing again, and she makes it so that everybody has to tell the truth when you ask them about sex. For the next week, if you ask somebody about sex, they have to tell you the truth.
Now they're in lunch. Gary just rolls up to a random chick. He's like, hey, you want to be my sex partner? And because they have to tell the truth, she's like, yeah, just the thought about having sex with you makes me want to spew. And the principal that he had that conversation with, he pulls up to Gary. He's like, I never thought about edible panties until you mentioned it.
That's a crime, sir. That's assault, brother.
Yeah, get your ass away from me.
Let's just say Mr. Woodrow raised to the occasion, Steve.
The groundhog saw its shadow.
Chill the fuck out, Principal Epstein. I don't like that. So they run. They don't go to the police station because this is a magic spell. So they go back to Wyatt's. I don't think I can go back to school because what the principal said, I'm scared.
Yeah.
You know?
Chet tells him, yeah, I had sex once. You know, I exaggerate because I'm a liar. I just need someone to hold me and call me Sweet Pete.
This spell's working a little too well, Steve. I mean, Chet really reveals himself. Then we go back to sex ed. Everyone's coupling up, Steve. People are like sucking earlobes in class. I mean, this is a crazy class.
Yeah.
I'd be popping bones left and right if this was happening. A chick walks up to Wyatt, and the spell, it's like a visual thing, too. You can tell, like, when the spell's about to happen. So Wyatt's expecting this chick to say something wildly awful to him or, like, some weird principal thing that he got. But she's like, I want to be your sex partner. And Wyatt's taken off guard, and he's like, what? Okay, that's cool, because, you know, he's a man, and this is a pretty hot chick. But then she gets super honest. She's like, yeah, I just got out of a relationship, and my standards have plummeted because of that. So you're here, and I'm going to use you to get back at my ex, and as soon as I get him back, I'm just going to drop you like a bad habit, but we can bang. You know, so I don't know where we're at. What's the middle ground there, Steve? I don't know how to feel about that one.
But Gary, he's got no one. And once Lisa asks, like, who else doesn't have a mate? So Cameron Diaz in the back of the class, she's like, well, I don't either. Hey, Gary, let's do this.
And he's like, yes. He moves his desk, Steve. He gets up, waddles over to her. This chick came out of nowhere. It's like, how is this hottie just not shacked up with one of these honest men in this class? But
Gary doesn't deserve sex, man. He's just a little too antsy, and I get it, man. There's that feeling for your first time. This fool's already making condom hats.
that's insane. With the chick, too. It's like, bro, Lisa's giving him more lessons. She's teaching him about condoms. Love seeing Lisa just showing you some condoms, Steve. It's kind of hot. Just even it's so like mundane, but I'll take it.
Why does she have them brush their teeth? Is this a part of the
I mean, this is
oral?
just basic hygiene, though. I mean, if you're not brushing your teeth before you're going to be romantic with somebody, you're Gary. You don't deserve it. You know, this is simple stuff. But yeah, she's at least giving him that. But Gary doesn't care. He's like, I brush my teeth every day, twice. They have a bed set up in this room to fuck on.
A canopy bed.
I mean, this is crazy and a good lab. I definitely would show up and pay attention in this class, Steve.
Lisa's like, hold up. There's more instruction to be had. Look. I've seen special episodes of Saved by the Bell. I've listened to Dr. Roof. I've seen enough pornos. We ready.
We made you on a computer. You don't think I can get a nudie pic on a computer, Lisa? I know how this works. I put this thing in that, and then it shoots. Okay? That's how it works. Just the bare bones. So Lisa's like, okay, this isn't working out. Pop quiz. She calls it pop quiz, Steve. Gary aces it. Because he's like a criminal. He knows all the answers that you want to hear. So he gives them all. You know, what's the best way to avoid STDs? Abstinence. Okay. or the use of condoms on a regular basis.
It was like, damn, I thought he'd fail. But Wyatt fell.
What? I don't fail any tests.
Gee Willikers, Wally.
Gary's like, I mean, he's been waiting 15 years, Steve. We all remember this. We all went through this. I waited a significantly longer time than 15 to get that, but I got it. And I remember the urgency. So I understand it. It's just a little weird it's so public. But Gary and this mystery chick that's just down are ready to go, Steve. They've passed all the tests. They've gotten A's. They've gotten, an A+ in Cunnilingus 101. They're ready. So they're in this bed, but Lisa disappears the bed, which is hilarious looking because they're like cuddling and then they just fall to the ground. And she's like, well, you guys are breaking the law. I don't know if you know this. You need a sex license. I'd be like, all right, I know enough about this. Okay, this is some BS. But then a cop shows up, Steve, Officer Friendly, and he's here to run you through the sex course. I don't know. See, this gets a little weird now.
I'm not having sex until we're licensed, Gary. So you bring the girl roses, and he's just grading him throughout this. Get your deodorant. Get her ice cream. Motherfucker said ice cream, B.
And he's even there when they're making out at like a makeout sesh in the car. They're in the back seat. He's in the front, just like taking notes. Like, all right, that's some good form there. I like that.
He's writing with his dick.
Yeah. She's like, oh, turn me on, guys.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer.
But there's one thing, and so they're in the back of the car, and Gary's like, dude, are we good? Like, have we passed, like, whatever test this is? And the cop's like, you still got a parallel park. So it's a little bit of a driving test.
Y'all some hoes, for real.
Yeah. So now we cut back to school. Wyatt, he's over his shyness, Steve. So he comes up to his partner. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to make sweet, sweet love to you, darling.
Oh, what a...
The lady is as turned off as anybody would be when somebody says that. And she's like, actually, my ex got a CDL sex license. He's ready to go. So I'm going back to him while you take your training wheels or whatever. So Wyatt's like, I'm so close. My learner's permit's almost certified.
Holy potatoes.
Mom. So Gary comes into class. He's got the test that Officer Friendly administered, and they're A's, Steve. They got the sex licenses. And Lisa reluctantly is like, Jesus. All right, here's your freaking sex licenses. Here it is. Go bang. Okay? I can't stop you. Leave school for all I care and go bang. And I'd be like, that's all I have to hear. They rush out, and Gary gets right to it, Steve. There's no romance. There's no kissing. There's a little, but it's a lot of taking clothes off. Bonnie, who is this mystery chick, is, okay, let's do this. And Gary's doing like this weird robotic like narration of the sex. I've never done it. It would be interesting, but he's like, okay, I'm taking my clothes off. Yeah, feeling it.
So cringe.
Oh.
They're taking each other's clothes, and there's too much talking. There's too much dialogue. Like, y'all not getting to the nitty gritty quick enough. As they're doing this, they're tussling around, dry humping. Bonnie, she turns into a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. Gary, rightfully so, is like, I can't fuck this thing. What is going on here?
Can I stick my dick in it?
Can I fuck it?
Can
Lisa and Wyatt show up. Wyatt's eating popcorn, which I found is weird, because he was basically just watching his bro about to bang. So strange, but it makes sense for Wyatt. But Gary's like, what happened? Like, what's going on here? And Lisa's like, you made a mistake. Because I think Bonnie also, right before she turns into a Rubik's Cube, she's like, oh, you almost got there, kid. And then she turns into it. So what we find out is Gary forgot that a lesson, Steve. He didn't break out a rubber. Because if Lisa's anything, she's into safe sex. So because of that, Bonnie, who was a sex simulator, she's a real doll that walks around and talks, Steve. This is an evolution that we could have never foretold. Maybe this is what AI is working towards. She was there to test Gary this whole time. That's why she showed up out of nowhere.
Years before Joaquin Phoenix. This is a PSA. You know, a lot of sitcoms, they have that one required PSA just about every other season. They did this in a creative way.
Yeah, actually, if you have to do it instead of doing the hack thing where somebody's like, I'm gonna have AIDS or something like that, I like this. And also just thinking of myself as a kid, if I would have seen this episode, I'd be real close to jaying off, Steve. There's a lot of stuff in here that was just kind of like triggering in a good way, where I would have been like, I think I need to go take an hour-long shower after this.
And wash some clothes. In 1996, Lost Boys releases Legal Drug Money.
I never heard of the Lost Boys, Steve.
Be thankful. The only thing that I remember was Lex Beamer's Benz or whatever. There's a song called Renee that is highly regarded, but I don't really care for Lost Boys. I never really did. I don't like their flow. Every song, it was like the same flow. Each of them.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I like the first 5 songs in this album, but then after that, I was like, I don't know what song I'm listening to. But Jeeps, Hoops, and Beamers and Benz, that's a song I will re-listen to. But if you listen to this whole album front to back, you're gonna go, wait, are we at the beginning? What is this? Is this just one long song?
What pisses me off is they always include them with other 90s groups like Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, Outkast, 8-Ball and MJG, UGK. And it's like, dude, they came out with an album and like y'all really pumping this one album up.
That's crazy to put them up in the upper echelon of just like rap rooms. And I mean, you made an album, guys, and I'll give you credit for that. It's got 16 songs, one of which is a remix. I listened to it all.
I said, fuck this. I'm listening to Metallica, because on that same day in 96, Metallica releases Load.
Yeah. Once I saw the cover of this, instant memory like dump. I was never like huge into Metallica, Steve. I had a friend named Ben that we both mutually knew, Ben Ridlon. He loved Metallica, so I would always listen to it with him. I'm more of a Master of Puppets. I'm more of an earlier Metallica guy. I feel like this is an evolution. They cut the hair. You know, I think if you talk to Metallica purists, there's a lot of them that probably don't like this album as much as others. I'm in that field, but it's not a bad album, man. And this is like right when we were like at that age where music meant a lot to us. So this is probably the one I remember the most because, I mean, Ben specifically was just beating this one to hell.
It's not my favorite Metallica album, but it's got James Hetfield doing this here.
Hey, my bitch. Just to start an album off with a song called Ain't My Bitch. I mean, come on. This ain't soft by any means.
Do you know the cover artwork is an abstract painting mixing blood and semen?
No, shut up. Shut up, Steve.
That's how it was created.
That's blood and semen. Well, it's called Load. Ew.
Yeah.
What the hell? You just blew my mind, Steve. I thought that was a flame. Now I'm changed forever. That's blood and semen. I mean, I can see it now.
Yeah, it's like magic eye test.
Whose blood and semen was Hetfield? That was like right before he got off the shit. I don't know.
Do you really want to know? Until It Sleeps is one of my favorite Metallica songs too, man. I like the whole vibe.
It has that like I can't do it, the sound, but it's like bluesy. I feel like that's got like a blues influence a little bit, at least that song. And that one's like, I mean, there is a lot of heart, but like the soft part of it, it's got a lot of melody to it too, which I don't think a lot of people were used to with Hetfield. I like Hetfield just angry. This is more of a contemplative Hetfield, Steve.
1998, New York Undercover airs Season 4, Episode 10, Sign of the Times. The detectives try to track down a serious serial killer who targets young men on the rave scene by giving them tainted drugs. And G catches Nina and his dad in bed together.
This is G's episode, Steve. That was my favorite part of this, to be honest with you.
I just want to preface this by saying Detective Williams ain't shit.
Why?
That was his homie's girl. I don't care how hot she is. I don't care if you passed away, broke up. That's your homie's girl.
He just died a season prior. I mean, it just happened.
It just happened.
That's a problem in this episode, Steve.
That's
something we have to cover. They're falling into each other's arms to get over the death of a homie, Steve. It just happens.
Shit, you can do that with your girl and Nina. It's New York. You got way too many hoes out there, JC. Yeah.
Also, you got this Lana chick coming in hot.
Way hotter than Nina. Nina's gorgeous. By the way, the hot Lana, she's known for being in Law and Order SVU. Like, she's older, obviously, in that show. I don't know if you watch it.
No, not too much. I don't recall seeing her, but I definitely would watch if I saw Lana on an episode.
She's still fine.
I think Nina's hot as fuck, too, honestly.
Steve. She is, but she ain't messing with Lana. I'm going to be all the way real with you.
All right, well, we start this one off, Steve. It's a rave. There's chicks in bikinis, painted. They're blowing bubbles. There's white kids with glow sticks doing that weird glow stick dance that white kids do at raves. It's a whole thing. This is textbook raving.
Yeah.
There's a weirdo in the crowd. Is the look itself, the glazed lips, the nose piercing, the chain thing.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I wouldn't accept drugs from this man, Steve.
Face full of red flags. And he runs into a fellow raver, introduces himself as Punch. I don't know if that's another red flag. You rolling? Oh, no, man, I can't find any, man. I'm trying to score. Hey, don't worry, I got you. So he basically pops these X pills on the spot in front of everybody, just right there.
I love you, bro.
I could pet you right now, bro. And the buzz kicks in immediately. These must be some good X pills. He's got this sharp pain in his stomach all of a sudden.
I got a shit.
He's about to puke. He's like, you can't puke here. And let's go. So they go to the balcony. He's like, man, my insides are ripping. I need a doctor. I'm dying. And Punch, he just stands there.
Just punches on that other ex that doesn't kill you. But this guy dies, Steve. This guy just dies. He ate poison basically at a rave. Punch, busts a nut, then just takes a couple of souvenirs from the guy and a Polaroid pic.
What?
Come on, man. It is what it is, Steve. Punch, cold-blooded. And he smells the guy's hair before he leaves, too. And then, we cut to JC's. JC and Nina, Steve, they're in the midst of a little sin. They're on a little couch, real comfy. And then JC's kid G comes in. Nina's like, oh, shit. And she's covered up a little bit, but she's like, hey, wake up. Your fucking kid's here. And
Got
G's
some
just like,
explaining.
yeah.
Got some explaining to do, Dad. Then they kick into that whack ass theme song. Like this whole, you know what, man? When they end a series in the summer, that's an indicator that they really don't care about you.
I don't understand why you make a worse song. Like once you hear the song and compare it to the orig, why are you changing it? Because it's not good.
Well, losing Torres, they wanted to turn the tide, a change of pace, if you will.
Lose the Latino heat element. So after the crap theme song, we cut to the precinct, Steve. And we meet here Special Agent Lana Brooks. She's a behavioral science specialist. And we also find out that Tommy from Martin actually did have a job, Steve. He was the boss here this whole time.
Nah, he only did that after Martin left Detroit.
Okay, I got you. Tommy's into these rave deaths. He wants these investigated. He's the boss. JC immediately is like, well, I got a pattern here showing up. These are all white dudes. Real weird looking, too. So I think he's targeting weird white men. That's what I got. But apparently the guy, that punch guy, he's using ecstasy that has strychnine in it. And that's a party foul, dude. Come on. I want some drugs. You're giving me this? I don't like that.
Why kill your clientele? Apparently the plan right now is they're going to a rave at Fat Cats. And the one guy who looks like, who's the dude from It's Always Sunny? At first I thought it was him.
Oh, Dennis? Yeah.
He was like Dennis.
Yeah.
What's a rave? Like, what the? You're in New York, bro. Have you been under a rock?
Yeah. Okay. My name's Stone. Okay. Officer Stone.
Nice.
They finalized that what they're doing. So Nina's the one that's actually going undercover to like infiltrate the rave club because she looks cool. Stone's just trying to figure out what a rave is. We cut outside. Stone meets up with Gina, Steve. Jennifer Esposito. Why you I still love. She's so hot, man.
Always.
And she's getting into it with, I think, Frankie,
her
ex, who is a famous actor. I can't remember that guy's name off the top of my head. But he vows to take everything because Gina got a restraining order on him. I think he's a little rough. He likes to rough his chick up. And he tells her that, you're through, bitch. Right in front of the cop, too. Isn't Stone his brother?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So now Frankie leaves and Gina starts spiraling. She's like, how can I leave this guy? Like, I have nothing. I love men who beat me. I got to go back. I need another beating. That's how I know he loves me. But Stone's like, look, Gina, you can stay with me. I got a lot of work to do. I got to go to this thing called a rave. I think maybe it's like a cruise. I don't know. But I'm going to be gone. You can just stay at my place.
We cut to Nina. She's at the venue for the rave. She meets Diesel and DJ Ant in her Set It Off wig. We cut back to Lana and Williams. G calls Pops. G calls him, and he wants to bring his girl Michelle over. JC's like, Michelle can't come over unless I'm home. I told you that.
Don't be figuring no girls in my room. You hear me, G? And then he hangs up. And this is all in public view. And he's like, kids, man. My kid's trying to finger fuck.
He's trying to flip it in his face. Was like, well, what about you and Nina? Look, me and Nina are grown. We do grown folks stuff.
I'll 69 any woman I want to, G. Shut up. Go to school. I love G, though. He's been through a lot, Steve. Danny Cord almost killed him.
Yeah.
He's constantly getting into it with his dad. He's trying to fuck at this point. Maybe Gary and Wyatt can help him out a little bit, give him a little sage-like advice. Cut to the rave. It's going off without a hitch, Steve. Nina's throwing a show, and what she told the guys to get the gig was that what I do is I do video. I get video. That's how I add my little steez to these little rave things to get value out of it. We'll sell it. People love that. And so we get to the rave now, and I love that Tommy, who is the boss, is in person. He's like also undercover, but he's a saucy video director, and he's clearly a gay guy. So because he's like, honey, you just come over here real quick. He's throwing a lot of stank on it, you know?
He has super zest monster, and he's doing the surveillance basically. Delaney, the female cop, and Stone, they're undercover on the floor. And now Jonathan, he bumps into a guy with Dr. Seuss hat, basically asking him, hey man, you want to score? I like that hat, man.
You give me that hat, I'll give you one of these. And that's an easy trade for a raver, Steve. Because you can get a Dr. Seuss hat, the Lost and Found. There's probably 1,000 of those at the Lost and Found, but
At Walmart.
yeah, free X from this guy with sparkly lips. I mean, it's got to be good. He's got sparkly lips.
Yeah.
He just sucked somebody off in a bathroom with sparkles. He's all the way in on this X. I like that Stone and Delaney are just clearly undercover cops dressed up. Like, these are the people where you're like, there's an undercover cop over there. Because Stone's just like in mascara, like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
I'm in mascara, girl. I look like an idiot.
Hey, homeboy. The dude actually pops it just like the previous one, and he immediately starts convulsing.
Yeah,
and then
right
he's
on the
unalive.
floor. He's dead. I mean, he's gone. And I've got to say, like, I've never, like, I guess it's the strychnine, but this stuff kicks in immediately.
Expeditiously.
There is not a, there's no waiting. So now the cops, obviously, they got video of this, but I think at the beginning when they were looking at like the video screens, they're like, I think everybody's a suspect here. These all look like freaks that would give white kids poison. You know, like, I don't know who's the one. Cut back to the precinct. We got another victim, Strychnine X. Dr. Seuss hat is in the evidence room. Lana, who is the behavioral science expert, is like, you know what's really concerning about this? If this is a serial killer, like usually serial killers wait. There's like a cooling off period in between kills. But this guy is just like speeding up almost. He's just killed 2 people in like 2 days. So time's ticking, guys. This guy's about to X out some other kid in this fucking crazy, whatever this scene is. This is a party monster problem, Steve. This could ruin the whole rave scene of New York City.
Now we cut back to Gina's, and she's worried about Frankie. So Stone, he comes in there and he assures her that he's not going to kill you. He won't ever hurt you again. Trust me.
Don't say that, Stone. That's actually going to get her killed. You just jinxed it. So there's clearly something going on here. Stone, Frankie is his brother. Gina was his girl. Now he's about to take his brother's girl. That's going to add another layer of drama, I feel like, Steve. Well, TBD on that. Cut to this Diesel guy. We're in his Hummer now on the streets of New York. Nina's riding with him. I mean, this Diesel guy, you remember the movie End of Days where there was like a guy on the subway that's like, he's going to fuck you, Christine. Look that up. This guy looks weird. This Diesel dude, he looks like some sort of a Lord of the Rings character almost. Strange, but he's got a Hummer. He's king shit. And he's even given Arnold Schwarzenegger props. He's like, when he bought one of these, he was a visionary. It's like, what is this conversation about? I don't want to talk about your Hummer.
He was just rich, you dumb asshole.
Yeah.
And he's geeked about last night's rave. He even tells her, I want to bring you under the fat cat umbrella. But wait, are you a cop?
And she just smiles at him, you know? I like she does that, you know? It's kind of just fucking with him. But she's like, well, don't you care that somebody died at this thing? Because he's like, man, we got great footage, you know? And she's like, but yeah, but somebody died. He's like, yeah, but you got the footage, right? She's like, that's kind of cold-blooded, dude. Are you sure you wanted me to be selling that? And he's like, look, I mean, people want to see this, okay? I know
It's good
YouTube may
promo.
not, but people are going to be watching this shit left and right in a couple decades. So, yeah, let's get this out.
Come to Fat Cats where people die.
You want to play Russian roulette with ecstasy? Come to Fat Cats.
And now Delaney, she approaches Ian's girlfriend. So Ian was the first casualty, I guess. And she sits down with her in the park. Apparently, she's a sketch artist. You know where Ian scored that X? It was Ant, the DJ.
Let me sketch you while we talk, please.
With pretty birds.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, Ant, usually he's the drug guy. It was probably Ant. And I like Delaney, again, playing an awful undercover cop. So, like, she should probably stay and just be like, yeah, let's talk a little bit. As soon as she gets that information, she's like, yeah, I gotta go. Thanks. I hope you're good luck with everything.
Yeah, draw some pretty birds around somebody else. Tommy, still being a zest monster, he oversees this rehearsal that they're having, and we see Jonathan, aka Punch. Apparently, he's a gopher.
He's an intern, Steve. The lowliest. No one's gonna look at an intern. And he doesn't have the crazy like nose piercing. He's a little more subdued. You know, I think he still has a little glitter left over on the lips, but he's got like a black hat. He looks very just like a guy who's delivering coffee and stuff. He's spitting it.
You should look at him first. He's an intern for a rave venue.
I got these dupes for you, boss.
Punch has no motion in life. He's an intern for Fat Cats. Now back to Lana and Detective Williams. They're inspecting a crime scene. We find out that Tommy, I keep calling him Tommy. I'm just going to keep calling him Tommy.
I think his name isn't it Tommy in the...
You're shitting me.
I don't know. Maybe it's not.
We find out that he has such a hard-on for this case because there was another serial killer case from years ago. Now this has him determined.
Yeah, because he keeps going off on everybody too when they're at the He's like, y'all fucking around.
Yeah.
Stop talking to each other. Hey, JC and Lana, stop fucking grab assing. He's very much got that action. I think they go to Ant's apartment because that's where they think the drugs are. So JC's fiddling around while Lana's talking, and he's like, oh, look at this. And he just pulls out all the pills, Steve. Uppers, downers, go around towners, Steve. He's got them all. Zip zaps, scallywaps.
And while that's going on, Lana finds time to ask him about Nina.
Uh-oh. He goes, are you married?
Yeah.
Swing. I mean, like, okay, a couple other options in here. Nina, I'm going to be late. So now we cut to Delaney. She's trying to get into this building. She's buzzing in. She's hitting all the buttons. This rude New York guy's like, what the hell are you doing over here? What the hell? I'm trying to sleep and jack off, and you were sitting here ringing my bell. And she can't get into the building. But what she does find is this mail, and it's for Jonathan Whitfield and some other name. And I think that other name came up in something. So she like opens it and realizes like there's some connection to this apartment. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it, but something's going on. So as she's leaving, the camera sort of like pans up. Punch is like, I mean, just hanging out a window, like grilling her. She doesn't even look up or she'd see him doing that. But now Punches knows something, you know, somebody's investigating this.
He puts two and two together in like amidst all of these people at this rave, and it's dark. He notices her from the rave. It's like, wait, hold up. Is that the same chick I saw at the rave?
Yeah. And then he goes to the VCR because he's an intern. He has dupes of all the videos that they took. So he's going through the same videos that the cops are, but he's looking for the cops. And he actually zeroes in on Delaney and Stone because they're fucking obvious. I mean, Stone is just standing there like in the video with a gross like club shirt on and some glitter lips because apparently that's all you need to look undercover to go to a rave.
Back at the precinct, they're narrowing down the suspects. They find out there's another rave. Then all of a sudden, JC has this grand idea. He's like, look, all the clues are in front of us. Nina, you talk to Diesel and postpone this party.
He's throwing a fit. He's like, we got 3 hours and all you got is this bullshit. So Tommy tells Nina to do everything she can to delay this rave. And he then tells JC and Nina, she's like, you guys got to get the fuck out. Whatever this is, figure it the fuck out, okay? We need you at 100% to figure this out. So he leaves his office, and JC and Nina have a little conversation. And JC's like, what we were doing is fine. I know you're not going to agree, Steve. He doesn't want to feel guilty about it. But Nina's like, Eddie was my husband. I know he was just your best friend, but I was married to this guy, and he's gone now, and I need some time to figure this out. We can't be doing this. Also, G was looking at my titties a little too hard, and I'm creeped out.
Now Nina, she's talking to Diesel and telling him about the people dying at his parties. She also says, we need your help to catch this perp.
He knows she's a cop, right? Now
I missed that part. He has to know at this point.
He has to know. So he's like, look, I mean, Diesel's a scumbag. He's driving around in a Hummer. He looks like he's a glazed donut with spiked hair. Looks like the Sum 41 kid on roids. He's like, I can't stop this even if I wanted to. This is a rave. This is a whole culture. And Nina's like, well, if you fuck this up and you tell anybody I'm a cop, I'm going to personally destroy the rave scene in New York City. And you're not going to have any money to pay for the gas for that gigantic Hummer. Okay, Diesel?
Jonathan shows up and he brought everyone food. Like, I'm not accepting X pills from you or food.
Hey, do you want this salad? What are all these little pills on it?
Yeah. Peanut butter and crack sandwich.
Croutons, just eat it. So now the rave's going on. Ant's on the ones and twos. He's an artist, Steve. This guy knows how to DJ a party. The rave is popping. Stone and Delaney doing their usual I'm not an undercover cop routine on the floor. We cut from there to the precinct, and now Lana has noticed a new pattern, Steve. All these people that are being killed are like the same person, really, if you look at them. It's like he's killing the same person over and over again. So JC's like, okay, so if that's the case, let's look at victim number one. And through doing this, I don't like killers like this. I don't think this exists. He's spelling out the name of somebody he loved using the first initial of the person he's killing.
Alex. But what are you going to do when you get to the X?
I didn't even think of that, Steve. But he's already there, I think. They're getting to the second A. Because that's what they realize at the end of this new theory. They're like, well, he spelled out Alexandra, and now the only letter left is A. We got to get another A. I don't know who X was, Steve.
I'm sure at the rave there were a lot of, hey, my name is Xander, spelled with an X. There was a lot of that. So he probably had no problem.
Yeah, that's actually true. It is the rave. So now they know this. Cut back to the rave now. Punch is walking around, no nose thing, fully glazed up lips, and he's looking sinister, Steve. He's looking for these cops now. Or that's what we think, at least.
I think he's on to it because he approaches Stone. They introduce themselves to each other. He's like, nice to meet you, Alex. Are you rolling? Yeah, I'm rolling.
Rolling on a river, yeah, I'll tell you. I'm feeling great. So, yeah, Punch is trying to just, get this X down his gullet. And Stone's like, I'm just, so fucked up right now. I can't even fit another pill in this stomach.
He's carnicoming.
Yeah. Punch is like, man, fuck this. And pulls a fucking needle out and just stabs Stone with it. So I'm thinking Stone's dead. He got the full dose of this. But Stone just starts tripping phase, Steve. We've established earlier he's never been high, so this is a whole new experience for him. So he collapses, and Tommy, who's erased this sassafras video producer shtick he's doing, and he's just looking for Stone, and he gets to him, and he's like, oh, Stone, he thinks he's going to die. Stone's just high off his ass, Steve. He just got some X and a needle, which I didn't even know you could do, but seems pretty fun.
When they look at surveillance, they see Jonathan on camera. They know who it is at this point. So he's going to Alexandria's grave. He takes Ant with him.
A, right? Remember what we said? This is the last A.
Got the last A. And he has him in his trunk. So he takes him to the cemetery and has him at gunpoint. DJ Ant, he tries to run and ends up getting shot.
And Punch is like, you're going to hug the grave. Hug the grave. Ant's turned into a complete bitch, which he's been shot. I mean, that's
Understandable.
yeah. And so he's sitting there like trying to stall. Punch has a gun. The guy's hugging the gravestone. Punch pulls a needle out. He's still got some of that needle. But before he can do anything, Tommy shows up. Just whacks his ass, Steve. Just whacks his ass.
Put the gun down, son.
But in the scuffle, Punch actually inadvertently stabs himself with this needle full of whatever it is. Does he die, Steve? I don't know. I think he's dead.
He gets arrested, and he's a little bitch because Tommy lays out a haymaker, and he's just, oh!
Serial killer arrested. And Lana's there, too, and she knows Tommy, and she's like, time to let yourself off the hook, bud. You know, I love that. That's cheese. And then we cut to JC's, Steve. JC walks in fresh off the case, and he sees G with a honey.
Yeah.
G's got his little girl over there. And it's morning time, Steve.
She looks like G.
Yeah. Bigger, though. She's big. JC goes off. He's like, man, I was getting serial killers and raving, and you in here finger fucking in my couch? Damn it, G. So the girl's embarrassed. And I actually was caught having sex with a girl by her parents, so I understand this.
I remember
The
that.
embarrassment. She rushes out. She didn't even do anything, Steve. She was fully clothed. It was all above board. And that's what G tells fucking JC. He's like, I didn't even do anything. You were in here with Nina with her titties out. And that was great for me.
And that's your homeboy's girl.
Yeah. JC's not ready to hear this. He's like, get out of here. Go to school. I got to clean up all this stuff on this damn, what is this? What is this stain?
We cut back to Stone. He returns home, and he wakes Gina up, and they start making out.
I mean, he's still on that X, Steve. I mean, he's ready to go at this point. She made him dinner, Steve. He comes in. There's like wine on the table. There's plates ready to go. And if you come home to Jennifer Esposito, I mean, that's great job, Stone. And you got high for the first time. This is a great day for that guy.
That following year, 1999, Instinct premieres. Dr. Ethan Powell lives amongst gorillas, commits a crime upon returning to society, and is analyzed by Dr. Theo Calder in a mental institution. Directed by John Turteltaub, starring Anthony Hopkins, Cuba Gooding Jr., Donald Sutherland, Maura Tierney, George Zunda, and John Ashton.
What happens when Anthony Hopkins lives with the gorillas? I mean, this is one of the most well-made, awful movies of all time. It's so bad, Steve. It's like Hannibal Lecter. That's basically the character he plays. He was an anthropologist. He went into the jungle to live with gorillas, and he comes out. He murdered some like poachers. Comes out half man, half beast, Steve. And Cuba Gooding Jr. goes to this prison they're holding him at and is like trying to analyze him and help him. But he's constantly teaching him like these Hannibal Lecter lessons and stuff. It is so wild. And I watched it because I was like, surely I remember this movie. I think this movie was good. It is not.
No.
There's so many unexplainable plot points. Like there's a jungle prison, but all the guards are Americans, Steve. I didn't get that at all. It's just white dudes. And
Cuba say,
he didn't. He didn't say, show me the money. He didn't say any of it.
show me the monkey?
He should have. He should have. But if you want to watch Anthony Hopkins act like a super intelligent, genius level man imbued with the power of a gorilla, watch this. Because, I mean, that's really the only option you have.
It's like Silence of the Lambs, but with monkeys.
I mean, he's very much the same character. He's like teaching him these lessons through like crazy violence and intense like hostage situations. It's wild, Steve. And I only bring it up because it's Anthony Hopkins. So I think he's a knight at this point, and he did this. So we all, have some misses in our lives.
Yeah, I was going to start watching it, but I said, fuck this. I'm listening to Metallica.
Yeah. I get it. It's not worth, I think, the 2 hours I lost in my life, but I was laughing a lot. So, there's that.
Yeah. What are your callbacks for this week?
Just a real quick one. We had a get together with some friends over the weekend, and we all watched Jurassic Park, Steve. And I want to say to everybody that doesn't respect the 90s, watch that. And it proves that the movies they made then, they're everlasting. That movie's as good as it was then. Now, we all loved it. People of different races, ethnicities, ages. It's fantastic, and that's what the 90s are all about. So that's my call out, Steve. The 90s.
I heard people in New Zealand don't like the movie.
Well, suck it, New Zealand. You made Lord of the Rings. Stick to that. Stick to what you know, okay? Build a hobbit house and shut up.
I totally made that up, but it's all good. My takeaway is Wyatt's a little whiny bitch, and if your birthday was on June 4th, I feel very sorry for you because it's a pretty lackluster day. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's it's no July 27th. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to see unless you were born and were able to see Instinct, and then you're winning, I guess.
You're one of those Lost Boy fans. But please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Please tell your sister she's crown killing nothing, little bitch. Check out Food Show Fanatics as well as Crushgasm, our guy Clark the Shark on Podcastle, Wrestling with Ronzilla on TikTok, and Splat Attack. This is Steve G and Matt G.
Happened in the 90s.
Matt was the fat kid, Steve was the black kid. Life wasn't always great, but you know what was? The 90s.